I'm going to talk about religions and philosophies to a small degree. My being here is a calculated breaking of the veil, calculated by God. He created me. He saw the need, what was happening on earth. I went through the process. I know. So the veil has been very important. But in truth, I will tell you this. Anyone could make up a religion and bring in different facets of it, rules of it. And a number of people could believe in this religion, and go by it and would benefit by their life, by living it that way. They would get some benefit. And when their life is done, all the lightly held beliefs that they had would be exposed and be gone away. And they would have lived this life with a use for themselves. So one has to know that about the shallowness of a lot of life here. You could have beliefs that just fade away and go away later. But in truth, I must tell you this. The Jewish religion basically missed it 2,000 years ago. The life of Jesus Christ was and is the Messiah. The people most educated at that time were the rabbis and scholars. In theory, the people the most dedicated to God by their position at that time were the rabbis and scholars. And yet they were the very people who missed the life of Jesus Christ for the most part. The reason is twofold. One, their egos were very big. Egos always get in the way. And two, they kept on referencing with their intellect to the Torah, to their scripture, saying, well, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it. Well, of course, God can do whatever he wants. And because of their egos and their reliance on their intellectualism, they missed it. So people could have lived that life again and have great purpose and value to having lived a life in that. But in truth, I must tell you that the Jewish religion became obsolete during the adult life of Christ. Similarly, I'm going to tell you about the Catholic religion. The Catholic religion was very brutal, and you've heard me talk about brutality. By at least the 12th century, if not hundreds of years before, the Catholic religion lost its purpose. Its original purpose, you could think of this. You could think of compassion being needed to be planted on this earth. Compassion has always been here. It's always a trait of all spirits, to different degrees, of course. But with the life of Christ, compassion was firmly planted on this earth like a new plant, like a sapling, you could say. So whenever you plant a new tree like that, we'll call it, oftentimes it's susceptible and weak in the beginning, so you put a stake beside that to hold it up, to protect it from other things. That stake was the Catholic Church. After a while, the tree survives, grows bigger, and the stake actually gets in the way of the growth of the tree. And that is exactly what happened to the Catholic Church. And to a degree, you could say many organized Christian religions could be placed in that category. I did a painting about it called L'Arbre de Vie. I showed it in Gallery Saint-Severin years ago. Tree of Life, breaking through the cross. The Islam religion became also obsolete within a generation of its origin. It originated in a very vicious world, had many complications to it. You can see the incredible brutality and narrow-mindedness of that religion today. But in truth, I will tell you, it is obsolete. Just as the Jewish religion has become obsolete, and the Christian religion, as it was originally formed, is obsolete. What you need to know is that everyone can go direct to God now. You don't need a middleman. A lot of these organizations have power through accumulated money, wealth, and through so many people losing their will to it or reinforcing it. There's a need for a time of change. The life of Christ, what compassion is incredibly important, the most important for this world. Upon that, you can take your future endeavors. I will tell you that there's no one on earth with the title of prophet, of pope, of imam, ayatollah, of priest, pastor, of lama, that has the authority of God for this entire earth. John has it. I have it. And Michael has it. That may not mean anything to you, but I want to set with absolute surety that record straight at this time.